had not seen any character in Omniscient Reader who sparkled as often as Lee Hyeonseong. I suppose the character who comes as a close second is none other than Kim Dokja. But unlike Hyunsung, who sparkles when he's overjoyed about something, when Dokja sparkles, it's always when he's lying or when he's plotting something. Characters who see Dokja sparkle would either want to punch him or have an expression similar to Hyunsung here. Unlike Dokja, Hyunsung is so good-natured that there's no character in the series who despises him, at least so far. And unlike Jung-hyuk, even though Hyunsung is the tallest in the gang and is strong enough to crush a normal person with one punch, he doesn't come off as someone intimidating. So, even for a big guy, Hyunsung is so adorable that I can't help myself from seeing him as a puppy. Yes, a puppy. A mighty puppy. With Hyunsung's loyalty and size, I know it might be more appropriate to associate him to a big dog instead of a puppy. Dokja is the master, while Hyunsung is his fiercely loyal pet dog. But between a dog and a puppy, which one would you associate more to adorableness? It's obviously the puppy, right? Since Hyunsung is just that adorable, I consider him a puppy.
They're the same picture.
Well, it might be more accurate to see Dokja and Hyunsung's relationship as something like between master and servant, or king and knight, or leader and follower, or commander and soldier, or any other pair that's similar to those. Hyunsung does see Dokja in that way, after all. He feels helpless if Dokja didn't give him a command. And when Dokja got the king title in a scenario, Hyunsung would have started addressing him as Your Majesty. He was actually serious about it, but since Dokja didn't want it, he didn't push through with it. He doesn't tease Dokja like Hee-won does. Dokja doesn't want to be treated like a king, and he never treated Hyunsung like a servant ever. It's not that Dokja doesn't like bossing around. He absolutely enjoyed it with Gongpil-do after all. And he took advantage of his authority over these renouncers. But Dokja treats Hyunsung as an equal. They address each other with respect, similar to how co-workers address each other. It's not shown in the English webtoon, but in the Korean version, they address each other with the she suffix. Hyunsung not calling Dokja with the nim suffix, which is usually used on people with very high authority, lessens the distance between the two. I didn't like how this part was translated in the English webtoon. In this scene, Hyunsung is calling Jung-hyuk with a Mr., while it's just Dokja for Dokja. It sounded like Hyunsung's more polite and respectful towards this guy over Dokja, but Hyunsung actually calls them in the same way, so it's kinda annoying. But anyway, even if Hyunsung and Jung-hyuk had been close to each other in the original novel, I think it's safe to tell that his devotion to Dokja is on a much higher level. We know the other members of the gang are very loyal towards Dokja. Putting aside non-novel characters, we see this increasing trust and loyalty explicitly mentioned on Hyunsung. It's most emphasized on him. It's like, in terms of loyalty towards Dokja, no one's gonna beat Hyunsung to it. Come to think of it, in the novel, Hyunsung seems to feel weird when he's being associated to Jung-hyuk. He keeps on correcting people who do that, saying that Dokja is the one he's following. I don't think it's far-fetched to say that he actually finds it insulting to be considered as a Jung-hyuk follower in any way. It's like The idea of following someone other than Dokja is unthinkable for him. I'm pretty sure that, even as a soldier, if Hyunsung is asked to choose who he shall obey between Kim Dokja and the highest ranking official in the Korean military, he would have chosen Dokja. Fortunately for Dokja, Hyunsung is a Pokemon that is not high maintenance. Hyunsung is so simple to handle that sometimes Dokja is still not used to how easy it is to take care of Hyunsung. Even though it's quite obvious that Dokja gives some special treatment to Jung-hyuk, I don't think it's because he cares for Hyunsung any less. Think of it this way. If Jung-hyuk and Hyunsung are both Dokja's sons, Jung-hyuk is like the child with special needs, while Hyunsung's the normal one. Because of the special child's circumstances, the father needed to give some special attention to that child. But it doesn't mean that he loves the other child any less. Although Hyunsung was not with Dokja on the cinema dungeon mission, Dokja didn't forget about him. He thought of bringing Hyunsung a present first, before getting something for himself. It's like a father bringing home a souvenir for his beloved son, or a master bringing home a toy for his beloved pet. Anyway, as Dokja interacts with Hyunsung more, he gets to learn things about Hyunsung which weren't mentioned in the novel. He feels sorry for Hyunsung when he finds out more about the guy's trauma in his military days. Dokja also values Hyunsung's emotional health. He does his best to protect Hyunsung's innocence. He had also been there to comfort Hyunsung when the puppy's feeling down. The first time we see Dokja cheer up a sullen Hyunsung was when Hyunsung's worried about his sense of justice and morality. Another is when the gang's about to attack Gongpildo. Dokja cares enough for Hyunsung that he even came up with an interval mission for the rest of the team to help him raise Hyunsung's spirits. Despite being just a supporting character in the novel, Hyunsung is someone whom Dokja highly admired. One of Dokja's favorite scenes in the novel includes Hyunsung's first use of the mountain smash. Dokja was like an overwhelmed fanboy silently watching a glorious scene come to life. Dokja wasn't lying when he tells Hyunsung that he relies on him and feels protected with him around. We see Dokja relieved to have an army guy like Hyunsung do something useful even during peaceful moments. And Hyunsung is Dokja's shield, quite literally. Dokja doesn't need to command Hyunsung to protect him, as Hyunsung automatically goes behind him to stand guard. Hyunsung's very concerned about Dokja's well-being. I don't recall any other character in the series who asks whether Dokja is alright as often as Hyunsung does. Of course, Hyunsung's expression when he's relieved to see Dokja safe and alive are so precious. It's nice to look at Hyunsung's face on his reunions with Dokja. That smile, that joy, aww, my gosh, he's so adorable. And this is the kind of face that Hyunsung makes when he couldn't or has failed to protect Dokja. What more when he starts witnessing Dokja in a more serious and dangerous situation? Imagining the look on his face already makes my heart break. By the way, although Dokja is already the person who knows Hyunsung best in the series, he still expressed interest in knowing more about Hyunsung. To his surprise, Hyunsung is also interested in knowing more about him. Dokja's reaction to that seemed like he was bothered about it. But I think Dokja's more of bothered in a sense that he doesn't feel worthy. He just can't imagine that an amazing character from his favorite novel is personally interested in an ordinary reader's life. Well, we know how much Dokja belittles himself. He hasn't noticed that, for Hyunsung, he is the one who is cool. Hyunsung admires and treasures Dokja a lot. He is also quite attached to Dokja, to the point that the idea of not belonging to Dokja's team makes him upset. There's this moment when the gang had to be listed as two groups, one led by Dokja and the other by Junghyuk. Hyunsung didn't bother to hide how sad he was to not be listed as part of Dokja's team. Of course, Hyunsung doesn't like it when Dokja leaves him behind either. It's like a puppy being left behind by his master. On those instances, Dokja quickly explains to Hyunsung so that the puppy won't feel so bad about being separated from him. Dokja might have initially wanted Hyunsung to become part of his team in order to survive, but we know he genuinely cares for the guy. They're like family, or maybe it's even deeper than family bond. I leave it to your imagination about what else their bond can be. But for me, as what I had mentioned around the beginning of the video, Lee Hyeonseong is Kim Dokja's freaking adorable giant puppy! I can imagine Puppy Hyunsung wagging his tail whenever his master Dokja is paying attention to him, while Dokja pats him and says, "Good boy." Come on, I know I'm not the only one who has imagined that, right? And that's all for this video. There are more moments between the two in the later chapters, of course. Dokja also has many moments with the other characters. I'm thinking of creating a video for each. If you want more videos like this, I would appreciate likes and comments. Thanks!